What to do if you discover an untouched area of gold. Have you ever dreamed of stumbling upon an untouched location or an untouched patch of gold? Imagine you're metal detecting at a location not known for gold, and then all of a sudden, boom, your detector starts screaming and you dig up a gold nugget, and then another and another. And you slowly work out that there are gold nuggets just littered everywhere. What the hell would you do? Stick with me because I'll walk you through exactly what you should do. The first things you're going to do is give me a call, let me know that you've found something and you'd like some help. Look, I'll give you some background behind why I asked this question, and it relates to an article or several articles that I read on Google about a gold prospector in 2016. He was actually chasing some cattle in a helicopter and noticed some sort of camp in this location, and landed the helicopter and worked out that it looked like somebody had been prospecting for gold there. So he went and got a mate and landed back at that location with a couple metal detectors, and they did just that. They started finding thousands and thousands of gold nuggets. So this is in the Pilbara in Western Australia. His findings were somewhat of a fairy tale. The gold nuggets ranged in size from 1.5 gram gold nuggets to 10-ounce gold nuggets. He then bought a lease title over that area and started looking for investors to buy that. Eventually they did find some investors, and they estimate that there was about 250,000 ounces of gold there. The area where the gold was up to 8 kilometres long. You can actually read all this, you can find this information. So the areas, the patches, they're still out there. So after you've given me a call, the first step you would take is not to rush out and announce to the rest of the world, okay? And judging by the comments in the previous video that's done pretty well, I'm pretty certain you guys are not going to do that. So step 2 is to mark that location. So use a GPS, use the Trilobite app, or just the GPS on your phone. Or look for natural and identifiable landmarks that you can recognize to get you back to that location. So step 3 is to search in a grid pattern. There's plenty of videos on YouTube about how to work in a grid pattern. I suggest you look them up. So you work in a grid pattern to determine the richness and the length of that deposit. Step 4 is to look for clues that might explain why the area hasn't been prospected or why that gold hasn't been found before. Maybe it's the vegetation, maybe it's simply because it's in a remote location and it's inaccessible to anybody else. So step 5 is to keep a mental note or write it down, what you have found, where you have found it, how deep it was, what size it was, and the terrain around it. Was it on a gradual slope? Was it on a flat floodplain? Keep a mental note. Step 6 is to pace yourself. Don't exhaust yourself trying to extract every gold nugget in one day. You can always come back, be better prepared, and maximize your haul. Step 7 is to consider how you can protect your discovery. Think about using a method to cover your tracks. Ensure the environment doesn't look disturbed to somebody else. Step 8 is to do some research on any current tenements over that area and how long may be remaining on them tenements. Is there a potential for you to get a title or a tenement over that area? There may not be one now, but there may be one in the future. Step 9 is not to go immediately selling your gold nuggets. Selling a large amount of gold nuggets is going to raise eyebrows. People are going to ask questions, and you will create unwanted attention. Hang on to the gold or sell it only in a very small portion. Hide the rest. Hide the rest of the gold. Bury it in the backyard if you need to. Step 10 is to use your brain. Be strategic, be calm, be methodical. Keep it quiet and give me a call. Have you ever come across an untouched patch of gold? I'd love to know in the comments. Now get out there and find that patch.